Hey everybody, it's Martha. Welcome back. Today is day 7 of the 100-day project, and I'm glad you're here. I hope you're joining in. Pull up some stitching or other crafting, something to drink maybe, and let's get started. So I thought I'd do another neutral. Everybody liked the neutral that I did. This one, I found that if I make the fabric and not make the fabric, of course, that's going to need to be ironed. But if I put the fabric on, the heart, and I pre-think it, then you're not suffering with me struggling through it. And so anyway, to get started, I'm going to just attach the two here, and I decided to start wearing my glasses. I'm not supposed to have to wear reading glasses, but I can just see a whole lot better with them on. So I hope you're doing well. Hope this finds everybody fine and dandy. That's way more slanted than I really like it, but there we go. We're going to give it a shot. I'm sure these will be off. Off kilter. Kind of like me. I have a bit of a frog in my throat, sorry. Spring is trying to spring here. And there are some things blooming. And here in Virginia, as soon as things start blooming, I start sneezing more than I normally do. And, having the old allergy symptoms, even though I was tested several years ago, probably 6 or 7 now, and told I was not allergic to anything. So I sort of sound like I've been yelling and screaming, but I have not. So, froggy, horsey throat. Got up today and there was a dense fog advisory, and it was all overcast and kind of cloudy out, and I was a bit restless. So I said to Tony, let's take a ride. And we drove up to Fredericksburg and we went to Kohl's. Well, first I went to Goodwill. So I don't know about where you guys live, if you're here in the States, of course. And if you go to Goodwill, but the clothes at Goodwill seem a little, I don't know, maybe I'm, not maybe, I'm a cheapskate, so I'm looking for like white lacy blouses and because our Goodwill does not carry fabric, doesn't have craft supplies. They sometimes have like drapes and curtains, but not very much. And I know personally, I've probably dropped off more stuff at Goodwill that I don't know what they do with it if they don't put it on their shelves or their racks. But anyway, it's become mostly clothing, very few books, harder than heck to find books. And so Tony looked at books. There were some housewares, some shelves of housewares, nothing like what they used to have. I don't know if everybody got rid of everything during the pandemic or what, but it didn't look it looked different than it used to. Anywho's. So, the blouses that I found, I did find a couple of tops. I'll call them tops. I don't know that they were blouses. They weren't shirts. So, tops. A couple of the tops I found, there were some lacy ones that I was semi-interested in. But the first turnoff was as soon as I walked into the Goodwill, there's a very strong scent of perfume in the air. And that really affects me. I have always, even when I was a kid, could not stand like women wearing perfume in church, or because I was made to go to church as a child, or in stores. There's a lady in our Wegmans here, a grocery store called Wegmans, and she's a cashier, and oh my God, she must bathe in perfume every day. And I can't even stand to get near the aisle that she's in, or the cashier lane that she's in. I have to turn away if she's near me. So, excuse me. Sorry. So, anywho, back to Goodwill. So there was a very strong scent of perfume. And then the tops that I did see that I was sort of interested in were $6.99. Some of them were $7.99. Some of the stuff was marked $7.99. But in general, the tops were $6.99. So, I don't know. I picked up one of the tops, and there was a tear on the back of it. I mean, a big, probably 2-inch long tear in the blouse. I mean, and another one that I looked at had pink stains on it. Like, I don't know if it was lipstick or some sort of makeup or whatever. And they want $7. $6 or $7 for that. So I don't know. I walked out of there thinking that it probably wasn't a good idea to get them, because I've brought stuff home from another thrift shop that I used to like shopping at, but it was taken over by someone else. It used to be run by the local hospital, and then the local hospital got taken over by a bigger hospital, as is the case all over the place. And then, so that hospital, the little town hospital, when it was still a little town hospital, the auxiliary, the ladies' auxiliary, used to run a thrift shop. Well, the last thing I bought there after it was taken over by somebody else was, again, I didn't realize it in the store this time. I'm letting my thread unwind. But when I got it home, it had a very strong smell to it. It was almost like they were spraying perfume inside the bags or something, because I didn't smell it when I picked the piece up in the store. But when I got it home, it had a really strong perfume smell to it. And then I washed it, and I put vinegar in it and in the water, and it's still, I mean, I took it out and it was still so strong. I ended up throwing the piece away. Now, that was easy to do because I only paid a couple dollars for it. I think $2 or something for it. But I don't want to pay $6 or $7 for a lacy blouse and then have to throw it away if I can't get the smell out of it, the perfume smell. Okay, Martha. So, call me picky, call me cheap. I know, I am. I don't know if you guys can hear the crow out there. It's out there chirping. So we went to Goodwill, and I poked around in there, walked out without anything. Then we went to Kohl's, and again, I mean, I know everything's going up in price, but holy moly. So I looked at some of the clearance things. They've had clearance, I mean, like 70-80% off clearance. I get emails from them several times a week for months and months now, since before Christmas, well before Christmas. but there's really nothing in the clearance that I want. And I'm looking for like spring, summery kind of clothes. I know. It's not even March 1st yet. That's tomorrow. But I like to grab them when I first see them, because when it starts getting warm, everybody buys out the size I need, and I can no longer find what I saw during a previous shopping trip. So I looked around. I know what I want. I just can't find it anywhere. People don't make it. I get very hot in the summer. Like, my body temperature does not regulate itself, I don't think. And I want lightweight, very lightweight fabric. I don't want like brushed denim in the middle of summer. I can't even wear like regular denim most of the time in summer. It's just too heavy for me. So, and I don't wear shorts. My legs are very flabby and not attractive. So I don't wear shorts. Oopsies. And anyway, I'm short, so what works for me is not what are they called? Skimmers. They're called skimmers. They're shorter. They're usually a shorter version of a the short pants. What are they called? Those. Of course, now the name's escaping me. So, sorry. Trying to stay on camera. I get to yapping. Did that go through there? Maybe. I'm gonna go down. Yeah. And anyhow, everything's too heavy. I want a light, like a gauzy, flimsy kind of thing that's comfortable to wear and airy and loose fitting, and yeah, very boho kind of fabric. And I would make them. I would go find the fabric and make them, but I stink at making clothes for myself. Patterns have never fit me the right way. Again, I'm short and I have rounded parts. Like, so my boobs and my belly and my butt are not that far apart from each other. And I'm quite round. I mean, I've lost weight, but I used to be bigger, but I could use to lose another 40 pounds. But inactivity has made that not as easy to do as I'd like it to be. So, anywho's, off that subject. Yeah, so clothes are a challenge for me. I would like light, gauzy, airy, easy to wear bottoms, slacks, short pants, whatever. So, but I still need to dig out my summer clothes from last year. See what fits, see what doesn't fit. I may not need anything. I can't remember what I have and what fit me well or what didn't. I know when the cold weather came, I had to buy new jeans. But other than that, I'll just have to see. So after Kohl's, we went to Target. I looked at some like low toxic, non-toxic makeup, and they wanted $24 for a little tube of like a CC cream with, it did have sunscreen in it, so there's that. But I just, $24 for a little tube of makeup that might last me. I don't wear makeup every day because, I mean, I used to, but anyway. I feel more confident with makeup on, but I think I've been having a bit of a reaction to the non-toxic makeup I have been wearing, and I think I paid $23 or $24 for that makeup, and I don't want to spend that much money on this little tube of CC cream that is supposed to help. It's got a tint to it, so it helps a little bit. It's not a heavy makeup. And yeah, and then find out that it doesn't work for me either, so it's a bit frustrating. Anyway, so then we went to Cava, and Cava is not everywhere. It's a sort of a Mediterranean, I guess, sort of kind of place, but they have really fresh bowls. You can build your own bowl there. You can get things like rice and all kinds of healthy things for you. So we got that and brought it home, and we didn't eat until like 1:45. Yeah, 1:45 this afternoon. So dinner will be a very small, light dinner so that we don't get tummy aches tonight. And then, oh, when we came out from Kohl's, we went into Kohl's and it was still gray and cloudy. We weren't in Kohl's, but maybe 15 minutes, I would say. And came out and the sun was shining. The sky was blue, so the sun had burnt off the fog advisory. And it was very, oops, that's not very straight, Martha. And it was very pretty out. So, it's probably about 60 right now. Very nice. A very nice day. But I had to close the curtain that's in front of me because the sun was shining in and making shadows. So I hope the lighting's okay. So, a couple weeks ago, last week, week before, something like that, I went looking for a magazine called Cloth, Paper, Scissors. And I used to love that magazine. And I went looking for it because it's been popping up on Pinterest lately. Like articles from Cloth, Paper, Scissors have been popping up on Pinterest. And I thought, you know, I want to go see if this month's magazine or this quarter's I don't know. I can't remember if it used to come out like once a quarter or what. But because those magazines are pretty costly, I never bought any of the Cloth, Paper, Scissor ones. But some of the things that have been popping up on Pinterest have been really interesting. And I thought, you know, maybe I'd get some ideas and just buy one as a treat for myself. Don't you know, they don't make that magazine anymore. I can't tell you how disappointed I was. The company, I can't remember, not Stamperia. There's a company that makes the magazines, and they make other magazines. Like they make the journaling one and In Her Studio and those type of magazines. Well, Cloth, Paper, Scissors was one of them, and that's the one they chose to stop making, which I'm very disappointed because now that I'm doing more fabric things, I really would like some of the ideas that used to be in those magazines. So I have to say, I'm quite disappointed that they don't make that magazine anymore. They're not publishing it anymore. How dare they? And you know what I did? This heart that I'm using, this was my heart that I was using as a pattern to cut out the other hearts. I just realized that because it doesn't have the pinking sheer edges on it. Oh, well. I think I have another one. So, all right. So I'm going to put that in the middle. It's a bit of fabric with print on it. See? So I am going to just wing this. I have an idea. Hopefully it won't take too long. We are 20 minutes in, 21 at the moment. So we shall see. I watch TikTok as a distraction, and there's somebody in California, I think they're like near Tahoe or something. Those people have so much snow. It's incredible. I mean, these poor people are almost buried in the snow. Their house is almost buried in the snow. It's insane. People in Utah are having a tough time too. We watch a couple, their channel name is Trent and Ellie. And they used to be van travelers, and then they bought land in Utah, built a house, they're building a garage, they're doing all kinds of stuff now. Have a kid. But they live on a mountain in Utah, in a neighborhood, and, well, I guess it's a neighborhood. And they're buried in snow too, a lot of snow. So, anyway, the California people, man, it's a little spooky because they've got more storms coming. It's just insane how much snow they've got. So, I'm thankful that it's 60 degrees and sunny today. Thank you very much. I might complain about Virginia sometimes, but I tell Tony all the time, spring and fall in Virginia are way calmer, and winter are way calmer here. Normally, way calmer here. That's not to say we don't get stuff here. We've had a pretty good earthquake that messed up our well on the farm. Oh, darn. We've had about 7 or 8 years ago, it was now, we had several snowstorms in a row, and we had probably a good 8 to 9 feet of snow. Very unusual for this area. And we've had, what's the name of it? It's like a wind shear thing. That came through one time when we were at the farm. We thought for sure we'd come out of the basement and find that all the trees on the property were blown over, but they weren't. And thank goodness no damage to our house from that. There's a name for it. Of course, now it escapes me. So, when it's 60 on February 28th and sunny, I'm good with that. Now, Friday, when we have to go to my appointment, it's supposed to be really nasty. Pretty good storm blow through here. We've had tornadoes. None that hit directly here, but some that hit not far from us, like a few miles from us. Hurricanes. We've had hurricanes blow through here. They come up from the south, like from the Gulf and between Florida and Texas, and blow through here. So yeah, we've had some wicked weather. But when it's pretty, it's pretty. But also when it gets hot and humid in the summer, it gets really hot, really humid. So, yep. Now the problem with me wearing my reading glasses, when I'm wearing them, it's all good. When I take them off, everything's blurry for a while. I'm not supposed to have to wear reading glasses. All right, I'm going to tie this off because I want to try something different. Oops. All right, so that's on, and I could leave it that way and just do, you know, just have a circle there. But I saw something, I believe on Pinterest this morning when I was just kind of waking up and I was looking at stuff. Good Lord. Made that really long. So, I like the circle, but I saw this thread is so long. I'm pulling my arm way behind me. I don't think you're going to be able to see this even if I do it. That's okay. Maybe I'm like the stitches bigger. Okay, Martha, you're shooting for a straight line, girl. But you're not going very straight. Okay. I have to. My daughter is traveling to Texas today. She'll be there today and tomorrow. So I'm keeping an eye on the strange weather. Oops. Lord, come on. We watched this guy on YouTube. His name is Ryan Hall. And he does the weather. It's Ryan Hall, y'all. I believe he lives in Kentucky or Tennessee. And he's talking about these storms that are just going to keep coming across the U.S. It's like, yay. Seriously, how many more times am I going to keep doing that? All right. It's because my thread is knotting up down here. Shouldn't be, but it is. Behave. Okay. I'm going to leave this really spaced out because I'm going through 3 layers of fabric. I can't do the in and out, you know, the running stitch kind of thing. And I've told you before, I kind of struggle with that anyway. Come on, Martha, do a straight one. Why do my stitches slant? Oh, Lord. Yell at myself. Ow! That was my finger behind there. We should have a contest and see how many times I say ouch in a video. Oh, there's another crooked one. All right, I can do this. And I just hit the camera stand, sorry. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. It's doing that thing again. Sorry, fixing the thread. We're just going to try this. Very hard. I'll tell you, this mat really saves me though. It's one of those wool pressing mats, and I cut it in half, which is why these edges are round and those edges are square. Because small lap, and this way one of these, this 1/2, will fit inside a shelf in the van if I take stuff with me when we travel. So the golfers are out enjoying the weather today. We're gonna go see Blue tomorrow because it should be a nice day. I think Thursday is supposed to be okay, but it's supposed to be cloudy. And then Friday it's supposed to be raining all day. Not our favorite thing to do when we have to travel an hour from home. But it is what it is. Turn the work. Make it go straight. I would go out on the deck and do this, but we would all be blinded by the sun. And our deck does not have a roof over the top of it. So, okay. I sort of wanted these lines to be closer together, but that's okay. Oop. Get off. Let go. Okay. Alrighty. And then this side, we are gonna go this way. Oops, not there. We're gonna go this way. Don't hit the phone holder. Oop. Oh, I forgot to look up the information. I have a whole list of things I'm supposed to be doing today, and I forgot to write this down. I was going to look up the information about the exhibit at Mount Vernon, so I could show you that information. And I forgot to put that on my list. I had to cut my hair today. I've been cutting my own hair. I have cut my own hair for years and years and years, but then I started going to a salon, and my hair's short. It's not buzz cut or anything, but it's short. And I started going to a salon and just getting it cut there. But when the pandemic started, I started cutting my hair and my husband's hair. He has curly hair and I have the complete opposite. Like, hair doesn't get any straighter than my hair is. I mean, it just doesn't. So I have the straightest hair on earth. So if you cut it too short, it literally sticks straight out. It will not lay flat if it's too short. So I hadn't been doing a very good job on the back of my hair because, you know, I can't see it. And I think I did a pretty good job on it this time. So I was glad that worked out well. And I showered. And so I could wash all the hair off me. And I need to make a pot of soup because I eat a little bit of vegetable soup every day, homemade vegetable soup. And then I need to make some rice. Oops. And instead, we went running all over town this morning. So, okay. You can't really see the threads. Probably what I should have done was used a darker thread to do this design. But I like that it's subtle. So my sliding glass door is open and my curtains are shut. But I think my husband's sitting on the deck. I always get a little weirded out. I don't like to be listened to. For you all, it's okay. I don't like him listening in. So I don't know if he can hear me or not. We're almost there. Uh-oh, that figures. Last stitch, lost the thread. I mean, really, Martha? Alrighty. Can you see it? That the threads are going there. but the threads are going two different ways. I like it. I like this one. Oops. Sorry. Well, I hope I was on camera like I was supposed to be today. The setup was a teeny bit different. I'm going to have to go back to the other setup. Different footstool. And it's too high. It's higher than the other one, I should say. So my lap was at a slant. So there we are. I'm going to have to iron that down. I like it. Do you like it? Simple, easy. All right, and this is day 7. There we go. All righty. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Oops. Like I always say, thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Hope you're making something fun. Bye.